The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Have you ever wondered why some geniuses go bankrupt while people with modest salaries retire as millionaires? We're taught that money is a math problem, something you solve with formulas and spreadsheets. But in reality, money is a people problem. It's governed by ego, pride, and the strange ways our brains are wired. Today, we're breaking down Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money. This isn't a guide on what to buy, it's a guide on how to think. Let's get into it. Welcome. When we talk about money, we usually think about spreadsheets, interest rates, and complex math. But here's the secret. Doing well with money has very little to do with how smart you are and a whole lot to do with how you behave. In his book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel argues that financial success isn't a hard science, it's a soft skill. Today, we're looking at why we make the choices we do and how you can change your mindset to build a wealthier, happier life. 1. No one is crazy. Think about the way you view the world. Maybe you grew up when the stock market was booming, or perhaps you came to age during a massive recession. Those early experiences shaped your financial DNA. Housel's first big point is simple. No one is crazy. We all make decisions based on our own unique experiences. A person who grew up in poverty looks at a lottery ticket differently than a wealthy CEO does. To the CEO, it's a waste of a dollar. To the person in poverty, it might be the only tangible hope they have for a better life. When you see someone making a bad financial move, remember, they aren't necessarily being stupid, they're just operating based on a different set of rules they learned from their own life. Understanding this helps us judge less and learn more. 2. Luck and risk, the two extremes. We love a good success story. We study Bill Gates or Warren Buffett and try to copy their every move. But Housel reminds us of two invisible forces, luck and risk. They are cousins. For every success story that involved hard work, there was also a healthy dose of luck. For every failure, there was a level of risk that simply didn't go the right way. The lesson here is, don't be too obsessed with specific individuals. Instead, look for broad patterns. If you see that most people who save consistently end up wealthy, follow that pattern. Don't try to find the 1 in a million shortcut because you can't guarantee you'll have the same luck they did. 3. Getting rich versus staying rich. There are a million ways to get rich, but only one way to stay rich, a combination of frugality and paranoia. Housel points out that getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. But keeping money, that requires the exact opposite. It requires humility and the fear that what you've made can be taken away just as fast. Think of it as the survival mindset. You don't need to be the best investor in the world, you just need to be the one who survives the longest. If you can stay in the game without going bust, the power of compounding will eventually do the heavy lifting for you. 4. The power of enough. This is perhaps the hardest chapter for most of us. We live in a world of social comparison. If your neighbor gets a new car, you want a new car. If your friend gets a promotion, you feel behind. But the most dangerous financial move you can make is moving the goalposts. If your expectations rise every time your income rises, you'll never feel wealthy. You'll just be on a treadmill, running faster and faster, but staying in the same place. Happiness, Housel says, is just results minus expectations. To win the money game, you have to know when you have enough. 5. Freedom, the ultimate dividend. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Money's greatest intrinsic value is its ability to give you control over your time. It's not about the fancy watches or the big houses. Those are just things. The real dividend of wealth is being able to leave a job you hate or being able to wait for the right opportunity without feeling desperate. When you save money, you aren't just buying stuff for the future. You are buying options. 6. You'll change, and that's okay. We often make long-term financial plans as if we are the same person today that we will be in 20 years, but we aren't. Your goals at 20 are different than your goals at 30 or 50. Housel calls this the end of history illusion. We recognize how much we've changed in the past, but we underestimate how much will change in the future. The strategy? Avoid extreme financial planning. Don't assume you'll want to work 80 hours a week forever, but don't assume you'll be happy living on pennies in retirement either. Aim for the middle ground so that as you evolve, your plan can evolve with you. So what is the core message of the psychology of money? It's that being good with money isn't about being smart. It's about being disciplined, humble, and patient. Manage your money in a way that helps you sleep at night, not just in a way that maximizes your returns. Because at the end of the day, the goal of money isn't to win a competition. It's to provide you with the freedom to live the life you want. Thanks for listening.